everybody, Brick Builder here, and welcome to a brand new episode of Minecraft Pocket Edition Survival. Today, we are on Guild SMP, and we're actually going to be working on a brand new build over here. I want to get started on my town. That's right. I'm going to be making a town, and we're getting started on it today. It's going to be awesome. So if you guys do enjoy and you want to see more Guild SMP in the future, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you're new. But first things first, we have to make our pathway here extend out to where we're going to want to start the build. And then we're going to have to fill in this little ground here so that way the gravel won't fall, obviously. But today we're going to start off just by building another sort of house. And what are we going to do with this house? I don't fully know yet, but we're going to turn it into something. It might become my own area for like a personal enchanting table in the future, or something totally different. Who knows? We'll kind of just see as we go along here. So let's get this pathway completed quickly. There we go. Very quick, good looking path though. So let's do that. Now we're gonna put cobblestone here, cobblestone here, and we might change up the build style a little bit. I'm not entirely sure yet, like if we're gonna keep the exact same style. I don't think we are, because what I'm thinking is I kind of want to go for like a tower design, I believe is what I'm thinking I want to do here. So like let's go like this, and we're gonna build like a tower type situation, sort of like this. I think the start should be a good shape. I believe this will work out pretty good. And then this here is going to become this, 2 cobblestone and one of these, and then we got to keep wrapping it around. So this is going to be a decently sized tower, but I think that's going to help with just making our area up here more full and have like more stuff, I guess, if that makes sense, because we got to start building up this town, of course, if that's going to be our plan. So there we go. It's not even like a circular shape, just like in general, like a cool unique shape is kind of what I'm going for. And now we got to figure out a height. Do I like this height? Like, is that tall enough? Like, I think that should be quite tall enough. I think that's going to be our starting point here for the height. Now we're going to need to get a lot of resources for this though, because this is going to take a long time here in resources to actually end up making. But I think it'll be worth it because it's just yet another thing that like we can, you know, have in our area. So it'll look pretty good, and it's pretty close to our main base as well, which is definitely helpful for now, at least until we, you know, grow this area so much bigger than it's currently at. So let's go ahead and just keep building up these pillars here a little bit, but we're gonna be needing to get more wood pretty soon and such, so that's gonna be a thing. We only got like a stack ish left, so we're gonna need to figure that out. But not the end of the world. I mean, we can, you know, of course, like make our way slowly here and break these. There we go. And then we can do the same thing over here, because I'm assuming we're going to want cobblestone up top like this. And then let's take this other stack and let's just keep going. We're getting the basic framework of the build laid out right now, which this is critical, at least to the way that I build. So this is how you're going to make a tower very successfully in Pocket Edition like this. And we're not going for the circular shape just because like I kind of want something a little bit bigger with a little more like wiggle room on the inside for me to do different things with it. But a circular tower would totally work as well. It's just not like kind of what I'm looking for right now, but maybe in the future, who knows. Let's go ahead and do this. And if you have any ideas for other builds that I should put in my town, of course, let me know down in the comments down below. But we're about to have the basic framework of this thing completed. There we go. So that's like the basics of the shape, but now we're going to need to, of course, fill in some of these walls and figure things out there. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in here and grab this. I've been making a ton of glass for glass panes, just so that way we have a lot of different options as far as what we want to do with that. So first, let's figure out the doorway situation, because I do want a door on this, and I don't know if I want to do something very simple like this is what I'm thinking. So it will probably be pretty simple. I think the simplicity of it will be what works, if that makes sense. Like it'll be pretty basic, it won't be too complex, and what we'll do is we'll throw a little bit of a glass window up here as well. So that'll work pretty good. And now what I want to do is I want to go for a pretty open design. Like I don't really want it to feel like closed in too much. So we're going to do a lot of windows. And I know these windows aren't the same height. One is a 3 high window, one is a 2 high window, obviously. That's done intentionally just to kind of like make the 2 different like heights seem a little bit different. Like we got 2 different levels and they're not just like kind of like a systematic thing I just built on top of each other. It gives it a little more of a stylistic look, which I definitely like, and I think it'll help out with just the overall like look of the build. So next we're just gonna run cobblestone down here, nothing too fancy because it is a corner, so I don't really want to do anything too fancy there to like distract from the actual build. But I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these walls here and then we'll be back. Here I did actually have to go mine though and grab a ton more cobblestone though, because we did run out pretty quickly once that clip there ended. So we're gonna need to finish up the floor here and then we got to get started on the rest of the tower. Now as far as like the inside of the tower and all those sorts of things, we're not really going to worry too much about it today. Like that's not really the focus of what we're doing, so I'm not going to worry too much about making all that look the best. Like we can go ahead and decorate the inside at a later date. As far as what we're focused on right now, it's the actual build that is the priority. So let's go ahead now and we're gonna just tower up here and we're gonna get started on the upper level area here. And I forgot to make what I needed while I was in there with the crafting table. I need to make a bunch of slabs because we're gonna be using slabs for the floor, of course, up here. It's just gonna be the best way of doing it, and you won't really notice when you're up there, so who cares. But we're gonna eventually have an upper level up here where you can, you know, come up to the top and kind of like look over things and like, you know, like just have like a little lookout area, I guess, essentially to look around the SMP from, which should be pretty cool. So look at the whole realm from up top here. Will be a pretty cool addition once it's completed. So let's go ahead and just lay this whole thing out here like you do. We're gonna put it on the top level like this, and then we're gonna go ahead and finish up the like kind of like the ramparts, if you will, of the build. And for now, since we're not really gonna have enough slabs to actually complete this whole thing up here, let's at least get the basic framework out like this here, so we can at least walk around the whole thing. At least that should definitely be a top priority for now, and then I can go ahead and, you know, next time when I come down, go ahead and come back up here and finish the rest of this off at least. So this will give us a little bit of wiggle room so we can get started on the ramparts for now. So let's just go ahead and finish placing down the rest of these, and it sounds good to me. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is boom, boom, and then boom. No, this here is gonna be a boom and a boom, and we're gonna do something like this, and we're just gonna go ahead and line some of these areas with these sort of things. We're gonna go ahead and do a little basic design that'll look pretty good. I believe this should work with these with the stairs and then the cobblestone stuff. It'll just give a little bit of detail to the build, make it a little little more full, a little less empty on the top. Just little details here and there really go a long way when you're building. So there's that. But now we're gonna need to get a little bit more resources to keep working on the rooftop there. So I'm gonna get more resources. So we just finished up the little top area here. We flattened it all out, but we did leave a little hole there because that's gonna be eventually where you can get up into the top here, and that's gonna be how you, like, you know, probably likely use a ladder or a staircase or something to get up. Also, on the top of all these wood, we're placing a plank of the slab variety there, just so that way we have something up there to kind of change it up a little bit. And there we go, we have it right there, a nice looking tower. Now of course we do have a bit more work to do on the inside as far as the whole build. Like, it ain't complete yet, but it's getting there, and we're gonna have a ladder right here, and it should work out pretty well. And of course right here we're gonna replace this one out with the, once I get up, we're gonna replace this with those, and we're gonna go ahead and throw yet another one of those on there, and boom. Now all we gotta do is get the ladders, and then that is essentially it. We're gonna go ahead and add another floor here if we wanted to. For now, I don't think I'm gonna add another floor though, just because I'm not really doing the interior yet, so I'm not too worried about that. If you guys did enjoy today's episode of Guild SMP, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Now, let me know, should I decorate / finish the interior on camera, or should I do that off camera and like not in an episode? So let me know what your thoughts are. But I'll see you guys in another episode. Thank you so much for watching. We successfully built a nice looking tower structure.